Hello, so my name is Eliza Novi. I'm from Warsaw, and I'm very passionate about entrepreneurship, business, and economics. My dream is to, in the future, lead and found my company, which is going to change the face of current businesses. I want it to be more ethical and environmental friendly.
Good evening, everyone. My name is once again Marta Hejduk. I'm from Częstochowa, and currently I study at University of Warsaw. My course is law, and in future I hope to delve into international law and relations, and maybe become diplomat. Who knows? And also conduct many more social action projects. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Julia Hrobak and I care about our world, about our world's health a lot. I want this place to be a better place for everyone, for in the future, to fix our future.
Good evening, my name is Paulina and I'm the 22nd mentee. I live in Koszalin, it's the town in the north of Poland, and I'm studying in the art school. I'm an artist too. In my life, during my life, I'm trying to understand the world and how human beings work and why they work like this. I'm really keen into cognitive science, I love it. And what else? I know. In my social projects, I'm trying to tell people they can and they should be happy and proud of being human. Thank you.
Welcome everyone, good evening. I'm Aleksandra Dudek, I'm 17 years old, and I come from a small town, Tarnobrzeg, in the southern Poland. I love helping people and I engage a lot in social work. I belong to a local charity organization with whom I help people in my town. In the future, I would like to have my own organization and help people who have lost their job. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity to be here in the project. Really big thank you to Pani Ela Raczkowska for giving me this opportunity to be here. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Karolina Fryt. I'm 17 years old, and I come from a small town. But actually, I managed to go to the school to Krakow. Yes. I'm this one girl, one of 3 or 2, that doesn't know what to know in the future, because I'm divided into 2 parts. The first one is something connected with working with children, because I'm a leader of a scout team back where I live. So for 4 years now, I teach kids how to, I try to give them all I know and try to make them believe that they can do anything and even be in this place right now. I am here. Yes, and the other part of me is more as artistical, because I sing, I play in the theater, I dance, I write, I read, so there's a lot. But the most important thing that I have to do now is to thank you thank you, Ella.
No, thank you, Tom Skuczów.
And yes, Julie also. So I'm so grateful to be here today. And I promise not to waste this opportunity.
Good evening. Well, actually now I'm a little bit embarrassed talking after your song, so one more time. I'm Julia, and when I was 16 I created my own group of volunteers, and our main aim was to show people that without capes and superpowers everyone can be a hero. And actually now I'm taking a gap year and I have my own foundation, but I'm not afraid to tell you that I don't know where I'm gonna be in 10 years or who am I gonna be in 10 years, so I'm the second one girl. And as Woody Allen said, if you want to make God laugh, you should tell him about your plans. So I don't have plans. Well, I have some, but I don't know who am I gonna be, like I said. But also, I know that I want to change world and be a hero without capes and superpowers. So thank you.
Good evening. My name is Kasia and I'm just so thankful to be on this stage today. I do not like speaking in public, so it will not take a lot of time. But my huge passion is the connection between philosophy and science. And my huge ambition is to study psychology and philosophy in NYU Abu Dhabi one day. Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ola, I'm 19, and I come from Bugora. It's in Lubelskie, it's southeastern Poland. And I currently study at Warsaw School of Economics, and my dream is to study in the US, study at Georgetown University in DC, and drive through all the US, across the US in a car. And actually, I applied to this program last year, and I didn't get in, but I did get in this year, so I do not lose my spirits that easily. So thank you for this opportunity.
Hello everyone, my name is Dominika. I'm an 18-year-old gap year student right now. I am a climate activist and I take action for climate crisis in the Polish youth climate strike. For the past 2 years I've been living abroad in the UK, but due to the pandemic I had to come back home, and since then I'm just all stuck with the climate crisis and taking action. And right now I'm taking a gap year because I just thought that there are things and there are issues that need some more energy right at this time. And I thought that as a young person, I really can do it just to have a future soon. And in doing all of this, I try to support other young people. I try to support my friends and my parents, my family, and everyone I meet because I think that every one of us has some energy to take care for the things that we care for. And that's what I focus on. And when it comes to my dreams, I try on what's now and on taking care of what matters to me. And hopefully the future will be just a bit better and I will be able to think about my dreams soon too. So thank you so much. And one more thing, it's a huge privilege to be here, and it's a privilege to be able to share my story with you and to hear your stories and get inspired. So thank you so much for this.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zuzanna Malinowska. I am 17 years old. I come from a town called Józefów. When it comes to my interests, I love being socially active, especially in the field of education and increasing equal access to education for everyone. I am also passionate about biology, especially evolutionary biology, and in the future I would like to become a doctor and hopefully engage in a non-profit as well. I would like to work in the field of education or healthcare. And thank you so much for being here, and I am very, very thankful. Thank you.
Hi, good evening everyone, and I'm Karolina and I currently study in Warsaw in the IB school. And well, quite a few people told me that I have this thing called gift of a gap, which means that I tend to talk a lot, which proved really helpful when I was debating competitively, but it's not really helpful when I have to talk about myself in a very few sentences, but I will try. So basically I'm here because someone told me that there are very few good leaders, women leaders and women economists. And as I sit here and I see all of you and I hear all of those people speak, I can see that this is really not true, and I want to prove this person even more wrong. And although a lot of people told us here that COVID kind of ruined this event and ruined, well, everyone's holidays, actually it allowed me to develop as a leader, because during the pandemic I actually created this pro bono organization which is called Helpmate, and because of the COVID-19 I actually realized how small children in Poland do not have access to education when it's online and when it's not online. So me and my friends, we gathered more than 50 volunteers from all over Warsaw, and we continue now to work with them and to work with charities and with and with orphanages in Poland, and we try to give them access to online education, although we are not specialists or anything. We really just want to help, and this is what I want to do in the future. Firstly, I want to go to the Netherlands and to study my own degree and connect maybe economics with international relations, and then share peace and share some changes in the world. And one more time, I'm really thankful to be here and to get, and I believe that this will allow me to get tools necessary for me to achieve great things. So thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Marta. I live in Warsaw. I want to study psychology in the future, and I also love to work with children. That's why I'm a leader in my Cub Scout group called Vataha. And in the future, I want to create a foundation which will help children from orphanages deal with their problems and reinvent themselves. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Anna Rucińska. Currently, I study sociology and psychology at Swansea University. I'm an activist for climate justice and animal rights. Yeah, and I'm incredibly excited to be here. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Adela, and I want to change the world. Besides that, I would love in the future to be a psychiatrist, children's psychiatrist. I want to build my own hospital. I'm a climate activist as well. I'm really happy that there are so many of us here. I love dancing. I love doing the yoga, and yes, I think that's it. And I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Zofia Staszewska. I'm 18 years old, and I come from the city of Olsztyn in the north of Poland, because some of you might know that there are 2 Olsztyns in Poland, so I'm from the north. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm an activist for both education and equality. I currently focus on creating development opportunities for teenagers and children in Olsztyn, and also now I'm in the process of founding my own NGO that I would hopefully turn into a social enterprise in the future that will be focused on increasing the number of employed people with disabilities in Poland. Thank you.
I'm Zuzanna Polska. I'm 18 and I go to IB High School in Płock, quite close to Warsaw actually. And I've been a sustainable fashion activist for over 2 years now. And I'm also interested in technology and business and the intersection of those two, especially the branches of artificial intelligence, for example, machine learning. So, yeah. And I hope to be a leader in at least one of those fields that I'm into. And I'm really grateful for being here and seeing you all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maria Turkowska. I have been living in Warsaw since I started high school, which is not a long period of time. That is why I did most of my social projects in my hometown, near Łódź. In the future, I want to create my own business on my own rules and obviously become a leader.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Julia Walczak. I come from Poznań, where I study at high school number 1. My interests, though very various, are connected mainly to sharing my knowledge and still quite limited experience with other people. Thus, I would like to connect my future life with education and motivating people. That's why I'm dreaming of opening my own school, which would provide students in underprivileged situation with world-class education.
Dear organizers, distinguished guests, fellow finalists, I can't express how grateful I am to be here today. My name is Dominika Wilczok, I am 16 years old and I am a student at Trzecie Liceum Ogólnokształcące im. Adama Mickiewicza w Katowicach. And I am a leader of two social projects, ORCA, Observe, Recognize, Consult Alzheimer's, and ORCA, Observe, React, Confront Ageism. I also am a young ambassador of Górnośląsko-Zagłębiowska Metropolis. And I don't know in which way my life path will go, but I'm sure of one thing. In the center of my interest, there will always be a human being. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joanna. I'm 17 years old and I am a student of the second class of high school. I want to say one history. One day I was walking on the street and I saw a woman with blood on her head. I was small and young, so I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what's going on. And I think it was a moment when I decided that if I will have a situation like that in the future, I need to know how to behave. And it was that moment when I decided that I want to help people in the future. So that's why I am working in teenager government. That's why I am on biochemical maths profile, because I want to improve my knowledge about people's body, people's behavior. That's why I'm interested in psychology. And one day I want to wake up and feel like I am the best version of me, like I am doing what I want to do, not what someone tells me to do. And I was thinking what I can else say. And after today workshops, I heard that that failing is not trying. And I'm so happy that each of you meant to try, and that we are here in this team. And I believe that's only the beginning. We will fight for us, for a better future, and we will build it we'll build it together. It will be amazing. And yeah, that's all. Have a good evening. Thank you.